In this video, we're going to continue using the text functions that we talked about in the previous video, the find, the length, the left, the right, and the mid functions. Now these are all consistent, so we don't have to get too wild with our math here. But what we want is the phone numbers were entered as you can see here. The first example, 937, which is the area code, slash 394-0155. And you'll notice that in the United States, they're all the same. So we don't really have to worry about finding things. We can actually just use our three functions on their own. So for the area code, we want the first three characters. So they start from the beginning. So we'll use the equal left function. Wants to know the text, which is the phone number, and then how many characters. So we'll type in 3. Now I'm going to type in 4 by mistake, just so you can see that sometimes you may have to do a little bit of trial and error. So I'm going to hit enter, and you'll see that, oh, we got the slash. And so sometimes as you're using more of the advanced adding and subtracting the lengths and the finds and all that good stuff, that you may get too much or not enough. So then you just alter the numbers that you've added or subtracted. So let's edit this one, and we'll make it 3. So it gives us the first 3 characters of the phone number. We'll just copy those down. So now we want the phone number itself. So we could go right. So we could type in equal right, and I can do the text. And then the right function will give us how many characters do I want? Well, there's 7 numbers plus the hyphen, so I want to have 8. And we'll hit, we'll hit 8. And we'll hit enter, and that gives us our full phone number. But we could also use the mid function. So type in equal mid. So the text is our phone number. Our starting position, well, we have the area code, so that's 3 characters. The slash is the 4th character. Well, the mid function wants to know, what do I want to start with? Well, I want to start with that number 3, which is the 5th character. And then I want to have 8 numbers. I'm going to type in 7 just to show you that sometimes you might have to do trial and error. You think, oh yeah, there are 7 numbers, first 3 numbers and 4. So we'll just do 7. And it looks like, oh, we're missing something here. So you can always go back, and you'll find that until you really feel comfortable. And even when you do feel comfortable, you may still have to do some adjustments. So I want to add 1 for that hyphen. Now sometimes the numbers you get, or the data you get, may not have any of these characters. It might just have all these numbers together. So we have with 7, 8, 9, 10, we would just have the 10 numbers. So then you wouldn't have to worry about that slash. So we'll hit enter. So whichever method works the best, whatever one comes to mind, it's just strictly up to you. So there's sometimes multiple ways of doing things. I don't think we would not have been able to use the left function here. That wouldn't have made sense. Now I want to combine these, and what I want to do is I want to combine them so that I have parentheses around the area code and a space after that parenthesis. So we'll use the ampersand that we've used before in the few videos before. So I'm going to start with my text. I want to have double quote, parenthesis, double quote, and then I want to combine that with the area code, and then the last part of the parentheses, so double quote, close parenthesis, and I want a space, so I'll hit a space, and then close quote. And then I want to combine that with C4. So remember, when you're working with the ampersands, you want to read them as and. So we're going to have the parenthesis and the contents of B4 and close parenthesis space and the contents of C4. You'll hit enter, and that gives us our phone number. Now you want to remember that these are all dynamic. So if anything changes any of these 3 cells, it will affect this cell, these cells. So what we can do is we can copy these. So I'll just copy, and I'll go to paste, and I'll choose the paste values, but I want to paste values over E at E4. And I'll paste those values. So now if I make any changes, let's say I delete this one by mistake. Okay, so I don't get any errors here because these are just blank. You notice it does give me my parenthesis, but it doesn't affect the ones that I copied over as values. So this would allow you then to copy this and use it someplace else in a spreadsheet, not having to worry about if something, you deleted the column A by mistake. Now I could have also pasted it over what I had combined, and that would have been okay as well. So whatever way you want to do that. So that is using the left, the right, and the mid, just a simple one with not having to worry about a varying of the position. We'll get into a little more advanced ones in the next video.